Good morning, brothers and sisters. Having a blessed day, Lord. Lord woke me up this morning. Breath in my lungs, beats to my heart. Praise His holy name. He also got me up doing some studying. Let's take a look. Now we know the Lord sent a letter to Ephesus about eating meat sacrificed to idols, rebuking them, laying with non-believing men who said it was okay. Read Corinthians. Saul of Tarsus was teaching, as long as another brother don't see you, eat food sacrificed to idols, as long as your conscience is good. Corinthians, I know Paul was teaching that. So he was teaching it to the Gentiles. He was teaching it to the Gentiles. And some Jews were hearing it too. But he didn't like the Gentiles. There's something interesting coming up at the end of this. Let's look. Let me see. All right. Corinth, largely composed of Gentile converts. All right. Ephesus. Where was it? It was both Jews and Greeks. Wait a minute. This is different. This is different. Huh. This is different. Who were the Ephesian Christians? Who were the Ephesian? Here we go. Primarily Gentiles. Ephesus. Should yep. You go read the 7 letters. Compare Saul's 7 letters to Jesus' 7 letters. Paul was trying to get the Gentiles sent to hell. All right. Close that one. All right. Now here's an interesting one. Have I got many open? No. Okay. I'm going to share the screen over here. Let me close this one. Let me close this one. Let me open this one. Opposition to circumcision. Well, the Lord said so. The Lord said do that. He said not to. The Lord said do. Paul said no. Paul had decided to preach to the Gentiles, apparently out of his own revelatory experience, that this mission that had been given him by God, and God called him as a function in the desert. God called him in the desert. Really? God said he wouldn't be in the desert. There you go. Who did John Mark? So, see, he knew. Ain't that Jesus' brother, that John? So he knew the gospel. And Paul didn't. Contrary to his own claims, never became a Pharisee. So there's some, what's going on here? I got to research this. This is what I'm going to show you last, but I will. He was a hired thug. One of his hired thugs. All right, let's look at something real quick. I thought that was going to be last, but apparently it was there. which say they are Jews and they're not, but lie. Paul's a liar. All right. Let's go back to this one page. And I done got them all closed. It closes them. Yeah, he's a liar. He decided to preach political anarchy. Now look up. Well, there's one of the churches. I think we're going to come across it here. Teachings that were illegal, contrary to law. Lord Jesus says, follow the law, not the sacrifices. That wasn't God's. The Jews. Causing a public nuisance. Now, that is a sign of the Antichrist. Somebody starting stuff all the time. All right, fulfillment. So he didn't change. He just adopted the Gentiles. Nothing changed. Nothing changed in God's law. He don't change. Now, I, Paul, say to you, see, he was false. He was false. I, Paul, say to you, not the Lord Jesus. Christ will be of no advantage to you. Really, really. Believe in that kind of goes against his faith only, right? He's teaching two doctrines. Faith only. But if you do that, well, what about faith only? Yeah. Mm-hmm. No. Paul, however, what Paul meant was, no, that's not what God said. Tried to emulate, blah, blah, blah. Said something else. Watch this. Paul, Peter. The two Christianity are the apostles Peter and Saul. Paul, in particular, takes a leading role in spreading them. Jesus sent him. Although in his own view, Paul, authority of the apostle of the Gentiles, chosen. What? In his own view. It was in the Old Testament. God never changes. God never changes. It is circumcision of the heart, but still, God never changes. See? You need to look into Paul. And they split. Because Barnabas wanted the truth. Paul wanted his own. Mm-hmm. Faith only. No, faith and works. Yeah, there, 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 that right there, that right there. But they split because Paul was lying. There's who taught Paul Gamaliel. I'm gonna look this up. There's something about that word name. Go meaning. Merriam-Webster. See if there's a. My goodness, I need to find a new speller. I think it's this keyboard. The Lord is my reward. I'm supposed to, daily. History fatigue. Word reference. The Lord is my reward. Okay. Well, that led to a big. Maybe there's something to it. I don't know. Ananias. Really? Really? Uh-huh. Yep. And he left. And who did Luke agree with? Jesus. See? Describing himself as an apostle, saying he was called by the resurrection of Jesus in the desert. See, I'm telling you. Uh-huh. See, now, there's some conflict. There's some conflict. Was he a Jew? Was he a Jew? Not, and he told him to eat meat sacrificed to idols. And claims that when he came to the law, he was more zealous and knew more about the law. Oh, he was prideful too. Wow. About this time, Saul began to be called by who did it. So here's a Greek, Priscilla and Aquila. So he was an adulterer. He was an adulterer. Who was Paul's wife? He was an adulterer. Matthias. Really? Okay, yeah. No. He just replaced the 12th. There's 12 apostles. Paul was not one of them. And then the Lord replaced Matthias for Yeah. Benjamin, a ravenous wolf. Three times and different outcomes. He didn't. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Uh-huh. I think I got another page, one of these open. One. Okay. Of course he'd say don't follow the law because he wasn't following the law. Now, let me see what this one has. Let's go over here. Stop. With this one, what's this? Oh, okay, yeah. Let's go here. Let's go here. Ah, no. Ponder on that for a minute. The devil can't stop God. The devil can't slow. No. Paul probably stopped down to have a powwow with his little buddy. What it was. All right. Luke's gospel. Now it ain't contrasting. Oh, well, okay. Now it matches Matthew, Mark, and John. So if this is true, he's a synagogue of Satan. It said he's a Jew and not. Now you know. Let me go up here. Let's start from the top. See, Jerusalem gospel. The Pauline gospel does not. Who are you going to follow? Who are you going to follow? To the Jews. Oh. Who preached to the Gentiles first? Really? Really? I think if we look in Acts, we'll see Peter preach to the Gentiles first. They're giving Paul all the glory. Who brought Christian? Really? Apparently Cornelius wasn't a Gentile. Peter and Paul saw, of course, takes a leading role. This is something we'll pray on here and look into. Notice it does not mention Peter, but up here, so apparently down here, they're going to give this credit to Paul. Let's be okay. Yeah. Well, God said we had to follow his law, not the law of Moses, his law. Well, the Ten Commandments, yeah, the Ten Commandments, that's part of it. So, now, this is why, now, if he wasn't a Gentile, or he was masquerading, he was masquerading as a Jew. So he had to hate the Gentiles. Hmm. From your perspective, has gone the ministry of Jesus. Now, see, Paul has a ministry of Saul. Luke wrote the ministry of Jesus. So okay, I got to share first more. But I had to still sharing just close the tab thing. So, was Saul a Jew, or was he a Gentile masquerading as a Jew? Huh. I'll say this right now. If you follow anybody's words except the words that come out of Jesus Christ's mouth, you're doing it wrong. If you're not following Jesus Christ speakings and following Saul of Tarsus, you're doing it wrong. Who do we follow? Think about it. Love you. God bless.